Hey guys, okay, so I'm back. I did have a request for this, so I thought I'd just go ahead and pick it up. This is the Missha M Perfect Cover BB Cream. Okay, this is the box that it comes in. I got it off of, excuse me, Amazon. I have it in the shade number 21, which is light beige. It was kind of difficult for me to find a shade because I'm not my normal shade. I still have a lot of color. Usually I would be like the lightest shade no matter what, white as paper, like the lightest shade. But I feel like I'm kind of on an in-between where I'm not light, I'm still fair, but I'm like almost in between fair and light. So I got that shade, the shade number 21, so we'll see. Now they did give like a list of shades, like swatches, so you could kind of see, but there's only like 4 or 5 shades, so it's like, do I get the lightest one because I'm still really light, or do I get the second lightest one? And it matters because not only because obviously you want to have your shade match your skin, but sometimes if it's a little bit too light, even if it might be the right shade, because of all my hyperpigmentation, it'll look chalky on my skin. So maybe too light is the wrong word. If you need a very fair shade, but you also have a lot of hyperpigmentation to cover, it can look makeup-y and chalky on your skin because of that. And it does matter because some foundations don't do that. Some foundations are fine, even with the lightest shade, but some aren't. So that's what we're doing, is we're checking these foundations out, so that way if you have some form of hyperpigmentation or something that you need to cover that's darker than your natural skin tone, whatever that is, be it a birthmark, hyperpigmentation, whatever it is, melasma, same thing, you'll know, like, or you can learn from my experience with the product. So anyway, here we go. It does have SPF 42, which is kind of a lot, but I don't really care about that because it's not enough. If you care about SPF, the amount of product that you put on for makeup is not enough to protect you, give you the protection that you need. So you need another sunscreen as well. Okay, this says Missha M Perfect Cover BB Cream innovatively pairs makeup and skincare with a BB cream that helps brighten skin tone. It says care wrinkles, prevent signs of aging and heal blemishes while providing excellent coverage. So I'm assuming it means care for wrinkles. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so it's a squeeze tube, but it's also a pump bottle. I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up. This reminds me of really like old school classy packaging. Like the shade of the tube is sort of like that very warm reddish brown, like an auburn kind of color. Then your cap is sort of that really warm, smoky kind of glass on the warmer brown side. So it just reminds me of like something you might see in the 70s or 80s, you know, that classic, old school classy sort of packaging. Does that matter? No, but it's just making me feel some kind of way, this retro packaging. All right. Okay, and so, all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a comparison. I think I got rid of it. I had the the Missha cushion foundation. I don't know if it was BB cream or not. And that was a little bit too dark, but also on like the very cakey side. Like it was really weird. Like I just couldn't pull it off. It just looked too cakey on my skin. And the shade was okay. This has a little bit of that gray beige, and I know like on camera on my skin, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my goodness. On my skin, it looks like it might be a really good shade match, but it just has too much of that gray beige, and I have a feeling it's just gonna look pink or it's just gonna look gray on my skin, which is not a good look for me. I'm going to swatch right next to it the Sika Clearing BB Cream, which is another from Purito. It's another Korean brand. And just so we can kind of have an idea of the shade comparison. Whoa, lost the lid. And honestly, it's a little bit darker. This one I have such a problem wearing because it looks fine on my skin. It's a little too glowy for me, but like it just makes my skin look dark. It doesn't look good on me at all. I don't know how people pull this off on me. It just makes me look darker, duller, more haggard. Like, I don't know, like it just doesn't work out for me. So maybe this one will work today. Let me grab that lid. And this is pretty creamy. I don't think I'm gonna use a sponge for this. I think I'm just gonna use the brush. Let me see if I can find it. It might be in my bathroom still. So I washed all my brushes. Oh no, here we go. This is the AOA Studio High Def Brush F2. You can buy this for $1 on the Shop Miss A website. I'm gonna remove the Sika Clearing BB Cream so it does not get mixed in. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, like you probably can't tell on camera, but it just looks really gray. It just, I don't know, I just don't have very high hopes for it because of the undertone. So we'll just get it on. And again, like when I put it on, it doesn't look too bad, but we'll just see. It's got a very faint, fresh scent. I feel like my texture has increased. The texture on my skin has increased, so it just kind of looks a little textured and bumpy. It's not the foundation's fault. I don't know why it would increase, but it could also just be an optical illusion because of the shade of my skin and all the hyperpigmentation. Okay, so I'm seeing very natural coverage. It doesn't look like it's covering a lot. You can still obviously see everything through it. I'll go ahead and put a little bit around my eye. If this could be a concealer, it'd be really good because it's just so creamy and light and thin, so it wouldn't be just like a bunch of heavy product around your eyes if you need a lot of coverage around your eyes. Problems I have, my problem areas are around my eyes for coverage, around my mouth for texture, and then around my nose for large open pores. So if a product works for me, it probably will work for you too, because I've got a lot of problems that we're trying to take care of here. Okay, it's looking decent around my pores. This is always a problem. It does look a tiny bit makeup-y, like I can see it a little bit. Looks a little tiny, tiny, tiny bit makeup-y right there, but not bad at all. It's not bad around my mouth, and it's not bad around my eyes, but it is very, very thin, not runny. I mean, you can see it's still kind of holding together and not running, but it is very thin and almost gel-like. It's a really nice formula. It feels like a nice gel type moisturizer. I don't know if it is actually like a gel. It doesn't feel quite like a gel, but it does feel really nice. There is some light reflecting off of it. I don't know that this is like blowing me away right now. I'll wear it for the rest of the day, of course, like I always do, and I will update my thoughts in the description and all that. But as a first impression, I think it looks okay. Does it say it's buildable? Just says it has excellent coverage, which I don't know that it has excellent coverage. Just depends on what you're looking for. I feel like it's got, at the very most, it's going to be medium coverage. I'll put a little bit more around here, my sunspot, and we'll just see. I'll just let it sit for a second and see if we can get more coverage out of that. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a very natural looking foundation that does give you some coverage, evens your skin tone out, and you can even see just by that, it's almost like either it's oxidizing or it's just melting into my skin. So now I can just tap over it a little bit and it blends right in, but it's not offering a ton more coverage. So it's almost like the moisture in the product is being absorbed into my skin and you're left with that little bit of pigment that's not too much. But if you're looking for a high coverage product, I don't think this one's it. And I don't think it's remarkably buildable as well. It is treating my pores nice. It's treating my crepey skin fine, like it's looking fine. The biggest test is when I go sit in my car. I can always tell like how makeup-y I look when I look in my car mirror. So, all right, so that's all I've got for today. I'm not gonna even out the rest. Well, nah, I'm not gonna even out the rest because I got a concealer video that I'm gonna do. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll wear this for the rest of the day like I always do, and I will update my thoughts in the description or the comments, wherever I get to first. Don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.